Hello, my friends, and welcome back to our continued bond Let's Play of Homestuck. My name is FlightlessBird. This is your story-based gaming channel. Today we're on to page 7449 after just having our mental breakdown. I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day today. Before we continue on, I do want to say thank you to Entra for providing us with this experience and getting my name in the game. I thought was pretty dang cool. I feel really special seeing that, and that means it means the world to me. It really, really does that you all would support me in this way. And I also want to thank a good friend, Sunfire, whose birthday is today. So happy birthday, Sunfire. Entra's birthday is coming up as well. Happy early birthday, Entra. And this both of them are really awesome. You may see Entra a lot in the comment section, but you may not see Sunfire all the time because unfortunately our YouTube, for some strange unknown reason, is making it so that you can only see his comments if you sort by new. So if you don't see Sunfire's comments, sort by new, check them out. Entra had his really long description on Cal and little Cal and his history, which was just mind-blowing to read through. If you want your mind blown, go check out his comment. And Sunfire also gave a short explanation. So happy birthday to both of our friends, and happy birthday to everyone out there whose birthday is today, and a happy birthday to everyone who's not, because it's a great celebration. Why the heck not? So recapping from the Saw video here. I mean, what do I say? Caliborn is actually not just Caliborn, but 3 people, or 2.5, or 3.5, based on how many you count. But I mean, that's crazy. My mind is still blown over the fact that he's half a clown. He's not the full clown, he's half a clown, which is just weird. But yeah, so Caliborn, the point of the Saw is the reveal is that Caliborn is much more menacing than we think he is, and it's not just the cherub, but he's a mixture of all these other elements in one, and that makes him absolutely terrifying. So go ahead and begin Act 6 intermission 5, or continue. I don't know. I mean, there's so many 665s stuff going on. It's tough to keep track. Moonsetter. Hey, look who it is. It's the Vriska Circuit. 8 posts, 8 followers, 8 following. A lot of 8s. Which makes sense because doesn't she usually talk with 8s? Stupid clown. Hi. Aw, come on. Honk. Almost looks like Disney artwork there. Oh, look at the mayor hanging on. Ah, look the mayor. He's so cute. Slap. What? Oh, look at the guy playing cards. Tattoo is so dumb. Skadoosh. What's happening here? Oh, hello. Everyone's on this little tiny ring here. Oh, look, the fog's here. Oh, we got so many people back. This is kind of wild, actually, to see all these people on this scene when so many have died. You know? God, do I see a rose down there? Yeah. Huh. Alright. Is it time yet? No. Oh, how about now? No. Dave, we've been waiting for 3 years. 3 years is a pretty long time. Long enough for me to have picked up the habit of calling them years instead of the far more sensible unit of measurement, sweeps. I think you should be able to survive just a little bit longer. Man, I still don't understand what's supposed to happen. He's just supposed to, like, appear? That's my understanding, yes. You mean here on this fog circle thing? I don't know. Somewhere in the session, at which point, if he has any brain at all, he'll seek us out. So Jay came on a gold ship through a tiny window, apparently, but John wasn't on it? Well, his corpse was somewhere, but that John doesn't matter anymore. Kind of like how he was a bird version of... Oh, okay, okay. Just want to make sure. I was like, wait, what is he talking about? Yeah, the bird version. Got it. I understand that. Kind of like how there was a bird version out there. Now puts him dead. Who else did it matter? The real John and the other Lalande girl will simultaneously appear from a different reality. I determined a lot of this through my time travel reconnaissance work upon arriving in this session. Sorry to steal all the timey thunder from the great night of time, end quote, but someone had to take the initiative to go out on a fact-finding mission. Nah, it's cool. You can have the thunder if you want it. When exactly is it supposed to happen? Soon. And she's unhurt. Will she remember a brief encounter? This is a totally different Lalande girl. Things went differently for her, so she'll have different memories. I have no idea if you and she interact at all in your timeline. I don't know the full extent of John's reality experiences either, but apparently things went well for them in about as many ways as you can imagine, presumably because I wasn't around to keep everyone's stuff in order. Hey. Tavros Sprite. I don't remember Tavros Sprite voice. I don't think I have a Tavros Sprite voice written down. What the heck? I'll just go with it. Oh, snap. But agree with the sentiment largely. A view being more coveted than most people in general. Vriska. Thanks, Tavros. Hey, look. I know I'm not considered important enough to be in the loop on certain key tactical decisions anymore, and that I don't really know what's going on most of the time, and therefore I'm forced to take any BS that happens with a grain of sack material big enough to bludgeon a man to death. But if it's not too much trouble, Vriska, maybe we could take a moment to explain why Tavros is now a sprite, and Echoes too, and also why Echoes is wearing a new pair of Wannick-looking sunglasses. Yeah. Thanks in advance. Sorry if you're having trouble keeping up with the times, Karkat. I didn't explain it because I thought the nature of the development was fairly self-evident. I mean, no offense, but I didn't hear anyone else voicing any confusion. What about you, Kanai? Did you think it was really self-evident? I thought it was fairly self-evident. Yeah, see? You apparently took it upon yourself to prototype the 3 old cadavers of 2 of our deceased friends.
No, I got that. I'm not a stinking idiot. I mean, where did you find these unprototyped kernels? Didn't these people already enter the session?
Yes, I did, months ago. From the current frame of reference, but this is a void session, Carcat. I thought we talked about this.
Huh?
A void session, by definition, is one where the players enter the game with the kernels unprototyped. As such, it becomes totally dysfunctional. It can't bear fruit because there's no battlefield in the sky unless you go into trouble like putting one up there, of course. Which the contest has already done for us. Via Grimshark Jade. Prior to our arrival, quite considerate of her, really. This is aside from the point, though. The bottom line is this session comes courtesy with 4 unprototyped kernels waiting to be put to use. So, not being one to let a sweet part go to waste, I took initiative and put 2 of them to use myself. I mean, really, this is some basic stuff. And I'm sure we went over it all at one point during our trip. We did. Carcat, did you remember when I walked everyone through this? I was making extensive notes in my journal. When I looked away for a moment, you and Dave rested my time away and began scribbling phalluses in it while giggling like children.
Maybe. I guess that rings a dung, Shouter.
Man, what, dude? LMAO?
What? Shut up. Look, a lot has happened in these 3 years. We've all been through stuff. Am I really expect to remember every tedious morsel of exposition from our resident light bores?
Rose, get a load of this ungrateful Philistine. He doesn't deserve our acumen. Between your nervous obsession over the knowledge created by aspect of my impressive ability to weaponize the knowledge with ruthless gamesmanship, we are double-handedly saving the butts of everyone on this team. I'm glad at least one person here appreciates this categorical certainty. Hey, I appreciate that categorical certainty. Do you think I was referring to? Haha.
Well, okay, whatever the heck that glorious load of garbage. I'm still spouting off here. I think.
That's fine, Carcat. Take all the time you need to collect yourself and continue frothing at the mouth whenever you're ready.
Okay. Figured out some stuff. I'm still either ticked off and or confused about. You say there are 4 kernels here. You know we did lose more than 2 friends on that meteor. Which reminds me, I guess I should say hi Tavos and Equius again. Else I see you back with us, sort of. Pardon me if I can't get too sentimental about the reunion. Because along the way here we ran into about 10 different versions of your stupid ghost. Man, that kinda gets a little air of the poignancy balloon, sorry.
Hey, buddy!
Don't wink at me.
Greetings, old friend. Not to worry, I have stored enough poignancy in my heaving balloon-like particles for the both of us. Though I could clarify that approximately half of my personality couldn't give the faintest fidgeting horror stump about you or your sentimental notions. Also, I'm very busy here, so stop talking to me completely.
Ha! Oh man, classic.
Ha ha ha, huh? Okay, that was weird.
Yeah?
Speaking of weird, one thing that bugs me about this is, I guess it implies that you've been hoarding the bodies of our dead friends for the past 3 years. Man, that's a bit screwed up, even for you. And not to get too macabre, but I would have thought they would have had, like, rotten out by something.
Yes, there was some moderate decomposition. I did my best to preserve them for the journey and to quickly round it up with the bodies while people had their backs turned.
Well, heck. That's a heck of a mystery. I always thought was a mystery, but found it too disturbing to contemplate solving. But dang it, if it didn't just get solved, so that's hecked up.
If you stop being a wuss for half a second about a bunch of corpses, I'll explain my reasoning. There are only 2 spies that had any intention of using for resurrection purposes. I brought Tavis back because, let's face it, that was kind of my fault for unnecessarily impaling him with his own lance and all, and it was my responsibility to make amends to that, so I did. Oh yeah! Whoops, Tavis, don't interrupt. Well, hopes? Well then, I made Aquaspike happen because, well, first of all, he's a national treasure. Literally, everything he says is perfectly hilarious, and if I hear a single word to the contrary from the peanut gallery, some mother hecker with the beef rockets atop my hecklist. So please, I enthusiastically invite one of you to taste mouth breathers to talk smack about my amen. Make my day.
Riss, nobody's arguing with you on that. Everybody here thinks it's pretty cool. Huh, Flix!
Well, Like, just enough freak show steps moved from being my bro, I guess, not to make me feel like, Dave, don't interrupt either. Nobody's allowed to interrupt me while I'm talking up Equisprite. That's a rule. Owned. Wow. Owned. Oh, man. STFU, little guy. Second, the guy is a tactical genius. Totally conniving and calculating, and unafraid to use his methods that are just a bit morally dubious to achieve his objectives. And since I can't stick around for too long, your party is going to need someone like that. Besides, it seems like a really fitting fit for Aquarius. He generally seems to be more comfortable with this state of existence. And he seems a lot happier than I ever remember being when he was alive. So I'm perfectly willing to do him this solid. After all, he did help me out when I blew my arm out, so now we're square.
You mean triangular?
What?
Triangular.
I don't.
It's the shape of my glasses.
Oh. Ha. Ha. See what I mean, guys? He's a riot.
Agreed. Thank you for the strong endorsement. Low blood / person I never heard of and don't care about.
Ha ha ha.
I'll be finished my work here momentarily. Excuse me, Mr. Aquarius. What exactly are you, doing to her? I am disabling her tiara top. It is extremely delicate work. Not to be trusted to human hooves.
Yes. I've also decided it's imperative we claim Cocker from the contest before she can wake up and cause more trouble. Her powers will be incredibly advantageous to winning the battle ahead. If you can keep her out of harm's way, in addition to her general purpose restorative capabilities, she also represents one extra life for everybody. And since heroic deaths could be getting out and handed out like inexpensive tobacco flutes pretty soon, I'm guessing this boon is going to come in handy.
Not unless people get sucked into a dimensional vortex.
So, what about our other dead friends? Huh? You know, Napata, Eridan. Oh, right, them. I was getting to that. Oh, okay. I know we talked a lot of strategy in advance, Friska, but I really don't remember you mentioning a plan to prototype our friends' corpses. Might have been nice to get a heads up. Not to make a bad pun on account of the fact that most of their heads were literally severed.
Wow. That's grim.
Yeah, sorry. I had a lot of logistics buzzing around in my brain. It's hard to keep you apprised of everything that crosses my mind. I promise I'll be as thorough and transparent about my nose as I can be from now on. Okay, Pyro? Okay. So after prototyping Terrace and Equus, at least 4 remaining dead friends, but only 2 empty kernels. Obviously, this represents quite a dilemma. Well, okay, technically 3.5 friends, but whatever the heck that means. Napata, Faveri, Eridan, and Slux's dead body? Question mark? With his half-ghost floating out there with Aradia? I know that caveat sounds stupid as heck, but let's not get hung up on it. The fact is, we got 4 corpses, but only 2 slots remaining. And there's no way I'm going to lump their bodies into the same spot to make a pair of freaks designed to an existential hell with us and death. Excepting Aqua's despite, since those 2 nutjobs masked with each other's personalities so phenomenally.
I must compliment I must compliment the exquisite judgment that you've shown in this matter. But if I may suggest, nay, perhaps command, you should prototype the 2 royal bloods and be done with it. They deserve it.
No, Aquarius, your reservation is noted, but the hemo spectrum is BS. I'm not going to factor into this decision.
I strongly disagree, but also sort of don't care, as you were.
So considering there are 4 left, and I can't personally say that any of us more deserving of life than the others, I intend to let them all rest in peace. That is my ruling, and I'm inclined to call it final. That can live out the rest of the afterlives in the dream bubbles, so they still need to be safe from Lord English lest we forget. But a great importance here is the fact that this leaves 2 empty kernels as a resurrection backup in case 1 or 2 Jokers dies on line of duty once so often. Believe me, you'll thank me later for thinking all this through so much in advance. Okay, that's a good reason to have a spare kernels, but maybe we should back up a bit. I'm not sure your verdict on our dead friends is totally airtight so that you have the authority to make a final ruling. Come on, Trizzy. I'm not saying I'm an authority on mortality here. I'm saying that the ruling was final because my logic was so impeccable. It was kind of like a figure of speech. Yeah, right. Let's think it through a little more. Solix's half-ghost is perfectly happy out there with Aradia. We've seen him and confirmed it ourselves, so there's no reason to consider him and Iridian. He murdered Feferi and tried to kill Kanai and Solix. He doesn't even deserve to be in the running. But Napata and Feferi? What did they ever do to anybody? Yes, that's my point exactly. I don't want to be the arbiter of Erdan's value as a person because of the mistakes he's made, or if it fails or Napata's or Celex's or anybody's. The only reason I chose these two over the others is they kind of taking responsibility for the nasty stuff I personally did, plus some technical considerations for the greater good, but that's different. I would think if all people would be on the same page as me when it comes to taking responsibility for your own actions, while in the same stride not judging other people for their misdeeds too harshly. But if you feel comfortable, continue to crown yourself as a queen of justice and be my guest. Oh, give me a break. I think we both know that justice issues here are pretty cut and dried. Celex wants to be where he is. Erdan is a murderous douche. The girls are innocent. I say we bring them back. Tracy, please. Let's not pick in front of the party. We need to be showing some solidarity here. We do? Yes, we are equally important to the party as its overarching executives. The ones with the most experience in the department, guile and ruthlessness. I may project my voice louder than you and borrow the spotlight for a little while longer, but you'll always assault a Team Scorch. I couldn't be doing this without you. I wouldn't even want to. Aw, yeah, okay, you're right. I'm behind you all the way. Ha! I stated my case, but if you really want to provide, then that's fine with me. I got the toaster parts with me right here, so feel free to round them up and prototype them anytime. You do? Where? In the hunger trunk. I stashed all the spare remains there to keep them fresh, along with our final living party member. Huh? Honk! Oh. Wow. Yeah, I think I think I'll revive them a little later. Yeah, later. Suit yourself.
Oh, I love the mayor. The mayor's just chilling out.
So, am I inferring correctly that from stuff I just heard that,
Inferring what?
that Vriska is like the de facto team leader now? Or Vriska and Trezzy? Or do not, I never understood the Scourge stuff. You'd have always been like the scheming, giggling enigma huddled together and be part of a heck and self-tickled murder dorks. Couldn't for the life of me figure out what you've been getting up to on that meteor. Is this it?
Is what it?
The plan you were hatching all along. Is this like your big move, your power play to usurp Karkat as team leader finally?
Oh, brother. Dave, no, this isn't a coup. It's just common sense reads ugly head for a change.
Okay, I get it.
Good.
Wait, no, I don't get it.
Arg.
Sounds like you're just like being the leader now because you want to. And making all the plans because nobody else wants to or really cares. I mean, not that I even care either. I just want to set the record straight. Karkat, are you cool with this?
Sigh.
Karkat! Yo, Karkat!
What?
Oh my god, dude, were you just listening to any of that?
To what? What's happening now?
Man, how long you been tuning all this stuff out? I mean, I literally just said I don't give a heck about any of this stuff that Vriska is saying, so maybe I'm not the one to talk, but at least I did say actually be joking about that, but what the heck are you even doing?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry, I'm, guilty. I zoned out on some of Sir Cat's self-important bly that was carrying a private conversation with the mayor. Is that okay?
Dude, you don't have to get the go-ahead from me. Throwing up a little one at a time with the mayor is literally always acceptable. What are you talking about?
It's private.
I didn't hear you mumbling anything, though.
We were mostly communicating through a series of simple gestures. I was talking smack about certain people here and chose to remain discreet about it.
Nah, yeah, I know what that's all about. How when you talk to the man, most of the words aren't even necessary, like he just knows, man. Man, the mayor is just so wonderful, I love him so much. Hey, let's all take turns hugging him.
No, it's heckin' stupid. Just what we were saying when I was spacing out just then.
Nothing really. I was just wondering how you felt about Vriska upsetting your leadership role, and maybe you wanted to throw a vintage stuff fit about that.
Oh! Well, that's a good one, Dave. Me, leader? Man, that's too funny. I am entirely and singly baffled that could still even occur to anyone to entertain the notion that I might still be playing any role even within the infinite orbit of a leadership position of the Vriska's party. When was the last time I did anything of a leader-like nature without being trailed by Vriska's Machiavellian limelight gluttony? Or for that matter, when was the last time there was actually anything leadery to do that didn't involve snuggling up on the couch to watch Good Luck Chuck for the 500th time? I have seriously just been assaulting her complete takeover of all leadership duties.
with some fait accompli stuff for 3 solid years, and has since been enjoying the peace and quiet of zero responsibilities, which is why, quite frankly, I have been able to keep my blood pressure down, and now resemble the living embodiment of peace and stupid tranquility which presently basks before you in a state of frothing euphoria hubble third vada!
What?
Okay, so vintage stuff fit it is. Carcat, that was a beautiful soliloquy of acceptance, understanding role due to acknowledgement of overwhelming personal limitations. But be that as may, you still actually do need to be paying attention here so you can keep up with the plan. While I may be the leader now, this may be the last day I see any of you for a very long time. Someone's gonna need to step up while I'm gone.
Alright, Circuit. Then I'll make this a lot easier for you, the team as a whole. Starting now, I hereby renounce my role as leader of this group or any forever. Vriska, along with the tactical virtuosity and monstrous ego, are far more suited for the role. And if, when, and to wherever she eventually decides to heck off for mysterious yet to be explained reasons, well, anybody else who feels inclined can slide right into that position as long as it ain't me.
Great, it's settled. I'm the leader. I gladly accept the baton that you're going to do such likes to pass to me, Carcat. Honored, in fact. Not everybody is nearly as passionate about labels or ranks as you. In fact, I'm pretty whatever about the distinction, but your melodramatic endorsement of how my abilities is appreciated. Excuse me.
I can't believe I just tried to put that into words. Oh, dear Lord, what is wrong with me?
Excuse me, Miss Lita. Not that it would ever occur to me to cast the slightest doubt on your strategic expertise. But I was wondering, when you were planning on getting to the actual strategy part of this meeting. Glad you asked, Miriam. Way to keep the pointing on point. Remind me to give you a promotion. A promotion to what? Nothing. Nobody's getting a promotion. It was a joke. Ah, heck. The answer is very soon. As soon as I put Lola get here, which should be right about. Just give it another second or two. Right. Vriska. Right about. Yo, can we maybe just bust out some refreshments while we wait for this totally imminent thing to transpire? Can I go take a look in the fridge? There are no drinks in the fridge. Man, what's in the fridge? Sorry, I think I missed that part of the conversation. Honk! Oh yeah, never mind. Shh. Shut the heck up. They're here. Ah, they are here. Hi, guys. Hi. Hi, John. Whoa. Hey, everybody. Oh, wow. Wow, he's really here, isn't he?
Hey, John.
Wow.
Don't just mumble to yourself, you rude hack. Say hello.
Oh, yeah. Hey, John. What's up, man? Hey, Dave. Not much. Hi again, Carcat. Haha, I only saw you like 5 minutes ago. But I guess that was years ago for you. Dang. Probably been through a whole lot of silly nonsense, haven't you? Wait, never mind. You don't have to answer that. There will be plenty of time to catch up. Hi to everybody else, too. Oh, man, I miss you all so much. Even the people I don't know very well or haven't met yet. Oh, by the way, this is Voxy. She's my new friend. And we just went on a crazy adventure together. So save the timeline and come find you all. So here we are. Hi. What, did they just get de-graphicized? It's like we went back to the 8-bit era. Aww. Dash. Oof. Aww. Oh, yeah, I like when the protagonists are on the same page. Exactly. Flutter. Hi, guys. Oh,
Hey, Terezi. Hello, Egbert. Guess our plan worked out pretty well, huh? This session is in much better shape than the last time I saw it. You really bailed us out. You're welcome. I mean, not that you specifically had anything to do with it. You were as much the beneficiary of our future selves' crafty schemes as I was. So don't get too smug. No, I'm pretty comfortable being smug and taking credit for future me's ideas. I've always been in excellent terms with my future self. She and I get along famously. Ah. Piff. Okay, whatever you say. Oh, that reminds me. I know the scarf agenda wasn't really your idea per se, but do you have any idea what all that stuffed dragon stuff was about? Did that, like, actually serve a purpose in the timeline? Or you were just totally screwing with me? I was almost certainly screwing with you. Okay, wow, great. Good to know. Thanks for that, Terezi. That was a really awesome use of our time. I'm glad we are in complete agreement. Wait, what? What's this about stuffed dragons? Terezi, what stupid thing did you make John do? I sent him on a few totally indispensable mission critical errands is all. No big deal. Yeah, forget it. Long story short is I got owned. The end. By the way, it's good to see you again, Vriska. Good to see you too, John. It's cool that you're alive now instead of being, a cunning ghost pirate. I think your ways probably are more valuable to have here in the land of the living. At least, I hope so. I couldn't agree more. I never even got a chance to thank you for knocking me out a few years ago. I mean, obviously because I was unconscious, but thanks to that, I was being an idiot and deserved it, and as a bonus, it apparently saved my life. So thanks, you're a real friend. Hey, don't mention it. I received quite a few beatings in my time, and not only did I have one coming, but they all led to big changes for me on the road to becoming my impeccably evolved person I am now. So for that measure, it was probably the most critical aspect of my entire life. Wow. That's cool. If you ever need another really important punch in the face, just let me know. I'm your man. Aww. I don't want to click away from that picture. It's so cute. Rose. Hi, John. Hi. It's nice to meet you. Alive and well again. Not to mention in the correct timeline. Yes, you did it. I am still a bit unclear on exactly what it was you did, but whatever it was, you sure did the heck out of it. Yeah. Thank you for returning with my Roxy. Ah! Thank you for returning with my Roxy. It's obviously the remark I meant to say. It is a statement of a reasonable person. Of course. Really, it is so good to see you. I'd give you a hello hug, but you seem kind of tied up at the moment. Oh my gosh, how cute. Oh, it's so adorable. Hello, it's Jake, right? Yes. You sent me a letter once, right? In the box full of weapons and a rabbit? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was me. Thanks for that. That was cool. It made me really curious to meet you. Right. Me too. I mean, curious to meet you, not me. Not the letter, I mean. That didn't make me. I mean, I was always curious to, doggone it. What? Well, it's just, I had stuff I want to say when we met. There's so many people here. I don't, sorry. It's okay. I understand. I'm shy too. Let's, catch up sometime. Just you and me. Man to man. Oh, roger that. Oh, hey, Tavros. Looks like, you're here too? Definitely, but don't worry. I'm not very shy. Yeah, I know. So you can feel free to say as many things to me in a conversation as much as you want. That's, nice to know. Maybe later. Aww. I suppose, and Jesus. Hi, Dave. Hey, bro. Man, you're back and alive. All because of me. Well, I guess that's the thing we're all accepting is true, yeah. It's okay. There's no need to thank me for being awesome. I mean, I wasn't going to, but not as a means of being an arbitrary dick to my number one childhood pal from the past. I have literally no first-hand cognizance of ever being in danger. I just screwed around on media for a bunch of years, and here I am, so here you are, which I think is pretty dope, man. It is very dope, man. Hey, car cat, don't leave me hanging here.
What?
That's more than enough fist bump to go around for everybody. I left it hanging there just for you. You're leaving me high and dry here, dude.
Carcat, holy heck, where you?
Wow, I got a mixture of Dave and Carcat in that voice. Man, Carcat, holy heck, where are your manners? Leaving a fist bump like this is a totally new low, man.
Oh my god. You didn't leave your fist there hanging for me. You fist bumped Dave, then withdrew your fist to say some things. And then you re-offered your fist to me. The moment you said don't leave me hanging. I saw you with my own eyes.
Carcat, wow, that is really pedantic. And now you actually are leaving me hanging in order to explain your nonsense. I'm this close to revoking your bumping privileges. Gosh dang it, here. Bump. Bump. Yeah, it's bump. Strider to the rescue. The fist bump has been secured.
Dave, no, I want to do it on my own volition. This doesn't count. It's not real, I tell you.
Oh, it's totally real, buddy.
No, I'm gonna fist bump you later when I'm feeling it. But it's going to be natural. Mark my words, I'm gonna fist you good.
We'll see, Carcat. We'll see. Man, rigged. Aw. Hey, Dave? Why is, Jade asleep? And also T Nana. Or Jane, I mean. Oh, yeah, Visca had to knock them out. What? Why? Well, they were kicking up a ruckus. Can you, wake them up? Don't wake them up! Huh? Well, yeah, we can't. Some kind of brainwashing thing going on, and gotta keep them napping. Especially Jade. I'm not sure you know what kind of crooked butt baloney heck power she got, and can't let her turn those against us, man. Right. She should be pretty psyched to see you, though. You think? Well, yeah, I don't know if you know this or not, but apparently along the way our version of John died, so she made the whole trip without you. Oh, no. Yeah, this timeline was gearing up to be pretty tragic, I guess, but then you sort of Deus Ex out and no one spared us those sad times. I mean, from your point of view, I guess it isn't Deus Ex stuff. You were just a normal Johnny you always were, all zipping around like a nerdy hyper god saving anything from whatever, but from our standpoint, you just kind of yank yourself out of some random button, nothing, but hey, you know what? I'll take it. Man, I had no idea. I guess that's what Typhaeus meant. That's so sad. Poor Jade. I can't believe she had to spend all that time on the ship thinking I was dead. I mean, well, I guess I was dead. But, you know what I mean. Are you sure we can't wake her up for just a second so I can see, so she can see I'm alright? Man, feel free, but I have a feeling you'll just be enjoying her nap if you try. Darn it. Well, I guess we'll have to catch up later. Hey, what about Dave's sprite? Man, he did. No! That sucks too. Well, yeah, I guess so. You guess? Well, that's a weird subject for me. Like, this guy was always on borrowed time, wasn't he? I mean, he was the whole thing, right? I don't know. I'll miss him anyway, even if he isn't the real Dave. I kind of feel bad for ever thinking of him as a less real version, actually. Yeah, he's me, and exactly what I would be like if I was a moping existential bird, so it's kind of embarrassing to even talk about. I guess it is sad, but you know, a lot of versions of me had died. Lots of versions of us, all including you. Isn't what's important that certainly dubiously categorized iterations of herself are all alive here now and hanging out? Yeah, that is what's important. I guess it'll be time to reflect on everything that we lost later. Like dead time clones and double dead ghosts or other such hogwash. Right now, I'm still so excited to see everybody. There's so much crazy stuff for us all to catch up on. I don't even know where to start. It is overwhelming. Don't stress over it. Still have some time to kill before the stuff starts getting real in this session. At least according to our risk and chief. What do you mean? Well, the bad guys are still outside the incisive here. They won't converge here until a few hours or so. So let's all just sit back a while and shoot the stuff. I do mean empty our clips into it, like really pump that turd full of lead, right up until she gets bossed again and commandeers our flyboard times to more shrill tactical exhortations. Okay, well, I mean, that sounds great.
Choose your characters.
You're confronted with an especially empowering character selection menu. 8 choices? Free will has done it again. It has caused you to feel alarmed and anxious. But maybe, just maybe, slightly excited as well, you cautiously click on a batch of teens to discover your true feelings. 8 possible options is actually kind of a lot. Now that you think about it, it may be easy to forget to click on some of them. To make absolutely sure you've clicked on all teen batches before proceeding, you check to see if all the links below are purple first. If any of them are blue, it means you didn't read those, and you possibly should before continuing. Wow, free will sure is a lot of responsibility and hard work. What the heck, we'll just continue on. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, I'm just going to go left to right, and then left to right, because left is always right. Definitely not going to be able to do all of these today. But, the mayor's with us. We can do maybe 1 or 2 based on how long these are. Oh my gosh, that is a long page. Holy cow. Alright. So tell me about your ridiculous meteor journey. The Dave from the bad timeline told me some funny stories when we got together on the grassy hill planet. We weren't actually hanging out for that long, so I didn't hear much. Also, I'm mostly sure Vriska wasn't live during the trip. Well, let me tell you. Vriska was most certainly alive during this one, like almost extra alive if that possible. Aha. I think I know what you mean. I spent some time with her when she was a ghost, and let's just say whatever her mortality status is, she makes her presence hard to ignore.
Yes, I love this. Can we spend a whole reminiscence just destroying Vriska slightly above the audible level?
Slightly. Carcat, you only have 1 volume setting.
Well, screw you.
Okay, dude, maybe let's not spend our pal time trash talking Circuit if only because there's no way you're not getting repeatedly trounced exactly just like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll chill out. You're right, Dave, as usual.
Wow. Carcat, for a funny shouty guy, you backed down on that really fast. I'm almost a bit disappointed. I was looking forward to have more of your patented ravings.
Hey, John. F. Bert. I'll have you know I'm a little more mature and reasonable than last time you saw me. So I called your name then. I'm a lot more than Mr. Hollard Sponge One Note. And anyone who disputes this can cordially invite me to play their dirty seed flap like a discount harmonica.
Oh, well, I'm sold.
Seriously though, it's pretty cool to finally meet you. I mean, under more civil, rational circumstances. Unlike whatever the heck that brief encounter was 3 years ago where you KO'd Vriska and then poofed her flimsy behind into the F-all continuum. I know I seemed really mad about that at the time, for whatever reason. But really, I've had so many boring hours on that meteor, it's been barely reflected on the roughly 10,000 ways I don't give the slightest heck about whatever idiotic twist of fate transpired back there.
Okay.
Man, I'm completely over it. I'm over a lot of things, actually.
You are?
Yeah. Like, remember back when I was yelling at you all this time from my computer? Back when I probably would have felt nervous or awkward about this encounter. Because of, well, you know.
No.
I was ending on you briefly in a very confusing, non-chronological way, without even realizing how badly I was shoving my strut pod down my own statement tunnel.
Dude!
I mean, until you mercilessly and with a fair amount of tact shut me down, don't you remember?
Maybe?
How can you not remember that?
I didn't know, it was a long time ago. And we had a lot of ridiculous conversations.
Okay, well, maybe it was a bigger deal for me than it was for you. I mean, obviously it was. That's sort of the whole point. But the real point is, what I was trying to make, is that it isn't a big deal anymore. Because I'm over it.
Cockhat, man, what the heck are you doing?
What? Talk, quite casually, about some stuff that's not a big deal. The point is that it's not a big deal anymore, so I'm just casually saying that. God.
Okay, it's not an unreasonable conversation to have, but like, we just started frame jamming about past anecdotes to get us all up to speed or whatever. And you're already trucking out these guns.
Guns? What guns?
Man, I'm just saying it doesn't sound that casual and no big deal if you keep saying it's casual, no big deal. And no, it's also the first effing thing you've out of your mouth to John in 3 years.
Sorry. So truly sorry. Forgot there was such an understandably smooth pile of stuff and a cape within my judgment radius.
No, I mean, I think I remember. I think you were black flirting with me or something, but in backwards order and while constantly yelling. I swear your Trollian concept of relationships doesn't sound as confusing when you know leprechaun relationships. Anyway, and I didn't really even know what that was. And then I told you I wasn't a homosexual. So it's kind of a moot point. But also you didn't even know what that was either?
Yes, it's basically what happened. And that's exactly what I was trying to say. It was over. And it wasn't a big deal anymore. And now it's a big deal again, I guess. That's great, man. Thanks, Dave.
Yo, I'm hardly one to talk here since I'm a gosh dang guys are hilariously self-polarizing 40 and bloopers. But at this point, I can't even pretend to keep a lid on any stuff I got in me because I know sooner or later during one of my red soliloquies, I'll just fall butt backwards, embarrassing mission. I just have to be like, yeah, okay, well, that's myself. That's what I'm about. Just let's get the heck on with our lives. I love how he says the red soliloquies. I mean, aren't they just talking to each other right now? So why would it be a red soliloquy? Anyway, fourth wall breakage. So when John's like, hey man, you all locked and loaded with some stuff about how you over him and go on and about it, it's such so obvious protest too much stuff and everybody knows that I don't see how it salvages any of your dignity, whatever, to pretend that's not what's happening.
Oh, my God.
So what I'm saying is, if you're so eager to push this out there,
I'm not pushing this out there.
well, if you're pushing this out here, which you are, then maybe we should rap about it. I mean, discuss it critically and earnestly, not drop little rhymes or anything, though, that could be sweet too. Urgh! So you sure you still don't have these unreconciled background feelings about John? I say we air this out before it ferments into some rank and hecka unexamined feeling sauce. Dave, I think you're making Carcat uncomfortable. Are you being a wise guy and trying to make us uncomfortable? Ah, no, man. I don't do that to bros. It's hugely cool. I don't see what that has to be uncomfy about chatting about it true thoughts and emotions.
Yerg!
Dude, clearly had his spade things with John, but I don't recall you ever bringing it up. Is this something you've been thinking about all this time? What?
No, not really.
Yeah, we could have talked about this. I have all kinds of stuff to say about John, seeing as he was my number one dude for approximately the majority of 13 years. The main dead end here, man, is like nothing personal at all. It's not just that he's literally incapable of hating anyone.
I know that. That's the exact effing thing I knew and understood. And why I felt so stupid about it in hindsight.
Well, it's not that I really want to egg on this train of thought, but I do know that that's quite true.
It's not?
I can get really angry and hate stuff too, just like you, but I think only in extreme cases. The skull guy in suspenders, I got really ticked off at. But I'm 100% sure that hate was platonic. Man, getting ticked off at his spender, dude, sounds like just the sort of yarn I want to be all ears for some time. But okay, that's something to work with. Hey, Carcat, maybe there's some hope yet. Maybe it's not a total loss, cuz... Okay, Dave. It definitely sounds like you're trying to own us now. Own? What? No way. I'm being real as a mother hater. Being able to hate things, I think, is the smaller part of the equation. What about the other part? Don't you think that's a little more significant? Man, what part? The part about not being a homosexual. John, dude, I gotta say, when you talk about being or not being a homosexual, you just sound like a corny old man. What? Why? No, that's a normal way of putting it. I mean, it's a pretty normal thing to say, right? When that's how you are?
Somebody just kill me.
Man, what does normal mean, though? No, it was some garbage that ruled our dead civilization we left behind years ago. It's all that big pile of garbage that doesn't matter anymore. Oh, okay. So then you're saying... What are you saying? Me, I'm not sure, I guess. Okay, I guess what I'm saying is, I don't think it's all that simple as you think it is. Or maybe not actively think it is, but continue to assume it is on the count of not thinking about it much. Due to a lot of junk about the subject that gets shoved into our brains and moves itself while we're just some kids. I'm just saying it probably isn't as absolute or simplistic as the way you're framing it. Or maybe it is for you personally, I don't know. I'm just guessing you haven't spent much time thinking about it if you only cause all the stuff we read and watched the poor side like that, examine your honest thoughts about its perilous road to go down. Because if you actually think too much about it without always happening, that undercurrent of ha ha ha, nope, 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 then what happens? What if it turns out you're like not exactly what you thought you were. Or maybe not so much that, and old presumptions about what you would turn out to be and what not that relevant.
Why? Why are these words happening to our conversation?
I don't know, man. Not sure why you've been doing the last 3 years all riding a large boat and saving anyone from apocalyptic or whatever, but I've had a heck ton of time on my hands to think about stuff. About stuff I said and done in the past while I said and did them. A lot of things I once would have insisted were like part of my brain to help me come across cool and smart buttery. But now I'm not so sure. We used to rip on each other all the time for being gay, even though we knew we weren't, which was, of course, is what made it funny, remember? Yeah, I don't know. It was pretty funny sometimes. It was just a lot of joking around. Yeah, I know. Frankly, it is funny to say how gay something is sometimes. And let's face it, sometimes something is just flat out really effing gay, and there's no way two ways about it. It's more like that through the preponderance of all that jokey stuff is the underlying implication that all of its lame stuff are pansies, but not like us, we're not lame, and haha, that's the joke. Which thrives on this slight double-buried implication that the real cool stuff is found on this absurd and wanky ideal about masculinity, which if you think about it is one, dumb as heck, and two, the male adulation of masculinity to the extent to be honest is pretty gay unto itself, and three, was always some totally impossible stuff for us to live up to anyway. I think all that's mixed up with the same phony ideals about heroism. Like living up to the storybook idea of what a hero to me feels almost interchangeable with living up to society's snapshot of what a hard, manly dude should be. I stopped pretending I could ever live up to either thing a while ago and mainly had spent time looking back on the sheer magnitude of all my joking around. I used to land-based sackers left and right, grinding them into the pavement over how they probably were and how much they were quite possibly jonesing to kiss some dudes or such. And I don't really feel bad about it in the sense that it was jerky or like insensitive necessarily, even though I guess it maybe was. More like I feel like it was probably transparent, massive front of an outrageous dark disguised a lot of insecurities, like a cover-up. As long as I kept clowning about, I didn't actually have to think about it or face my actual beliefs. Dave, that's all cool and all, and I think I mostly agree, but, how do I put this? Are you gay now? What? No, man.
The words! I want the words to stop, dear God!
I love that. I don't know, it sounds to me like you're trying to tell me something here. Man, no, look. I mean, it's okay if you're gay now. That's totally cool if true. I just think your turning gay would be kind of a weird consequence of me changing the timeline around. Okay, not weird, just unexpected. I don't know what I did that would account for that. Maybe saving one of Tracy's plush toys did some goofy homosexual butterfly effect thing on you? Jeez, who knows? Dude, you aren't listening. Although a gay butterfly effect is a pretty funny idea, let's not dismiss that as a concept altogether. Anyway, maybe what I'm trying to say is getting lost in the weeds here. The fact that you were wondering if I turned gay makes me think you're still not quite on the wavelength I'm trying to ramble on here. Maybe we should wrestle this topic to the ground another time. There's a lot more I want to say about this, but probably not the venue. I may not literally wrestle to the ground because that is maybe literally the gayest course to actually possibly take, but you know what I mean.
Yes! Later! Talk later! Because then the words would stop! Oh, wouldn't that be lovely?
That's fine. We can talk about anything you want. Anytime. I'm just still confused about what you're getting at, is all. Like, what is the bottom line here? Are you actually attracted to boys now? Do you, did you, like, date any boys? But there weren't even that many boys on the Meteor. Well, there's that clown guy, but I don't really see you and him. Yeah. I mean, that only leaves, were you in a Carcat? Or you and Carcat, like,
Oh! No, 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 no. I repeat, we retreat to my safe place. And yet the words, the stupid prattle jockeying like rowdy barn beasts up against the partitions of good sense, the most basic of personal boundaries. The gosh dang blither of tactless nincompoops. How it continues to haunt my wretched ears. The words spill over the side of this enchanted metal fog discus, like a babbling spring in a mythical forest governed by a guild of gossip-hungry lobotomy hobbits. The deluge of words leak from the incompetent crevices of two brainless, gushing yammer twats. It overfloweth, or how it overfloweth, sogging my gray, practical pair of pants, the leggings of a simple man, a humble man. It then continues its downwards trickle, dousing my unremarkable shirt, the serviceable garment of your average Alternian Joe, chilling the frail torso beneath a pathetic duffel of meat racked with heavy sobs. Sobs caused by words which continue to drip, and sluice, and spill, threatening to drown me, pledging to, promising, and yet I will not drown. Why won't I drown? Please let me drown so the words will be no more!
Dave? I'm pretty sure we're making Carcat uncomfortable now. Yeah, maybe we should drop this. Okay. I didn't know if you ever picked this up from him, but he's a pretty sensitive guy. What? No. Man, it's true. It's pretty much the easiest dude to rip on and makes for an irresistible target, but you also have to know where to draw the line. Really don't want to actually, upset him. Yeah, me neither. What is he doing? Man, I don't know. That's just the regular stuff. Like an everyday occurrence, but with different bodily positions and geographic configurations. I see. Bro, will you get the heck up here?
No.
Ah, man, suit yourself. Anyway, as you can see, I'm spending probably way too much time with the trolls. Haha. I messed with you. Guess you're thinking about stuff, you know? I can imagine. I think life was a lot more boring on the ship, but we talked about you all a lot. We would always wonder how you and Rose managed to get along with all these crazy trolls. I think mostly we pictured a lot of arguments. Well, that's not too far off. I'm still getting used to having such insane limitless powers that let me go anywhere I want. It's tempting to go to time periods like yours and find out what I missed, but I don't want to mess with too much anymore. Since it seems like I got the timeline to a nice stable place as it is. So I guess I just had to do what any regular guy does. And imagine fondly what it would be like if I got to travel with you guys. I wonder if I would have gotten absorbed in troll culture too, or troll ways of thinking. Man, it's really inevitable. Pick up the lingo, they pick up yours. It's like a stupid cultural melange after a while that barely makes any sense to me, the frame of reference. I wonder if it would have learned to understand black romance. It's such a goofy idea, but it seems pretty important to trolls. Yeah, man, they take all the quadrants pretty seriously, TBH. Yeah. Years ago when we first met the trolls, I remember being pretty fascinated by all our cultural differences. When Carcat and Vriska were telling me about them, I remember really sincerely trying to understand it all from their point of view. It's hard though. I still think about the idea of black romance sometimes and try to imagine how that really works or feels. I don't know. Do you understand it? But yeah, I spent enough time talking about why I think I get it, but I never had any cause or any real inclination to put it into practice or anything. Mainly the idea of hating someone and translating that into attraction or some kind of romancy feeling, it feels so alien to me. And you're right, I have a really hard time even hating anyone in the first place. Word! I mean, I get annoyed by people, sure. Man, like who? Me? No, not really. Well, sometimes, but not much. I always tended to exaggerate my grievances with you for the sake of laughs. Heh. A better example is more recently when I was doing my recon mission. I was really getting annoyed with Terezi and her mind games. Yep. It definitely never crossed the line to hate though, because we were talking together to try and fix a dire situation. And even though she's weird and insane, she's otherwise a pretty good friend. But all her needling and japes at it at totally inappropriate times when there was so much on the line. Arg! So frustrating.
Egbert, I have news for you.
Whoa, he's back. Alright, sign up and everything.
I heard you were talking about quadrants, so I decided to pause my tantrum. John, all you're doing here is describing the subtle feelings which plant the seed for having a Caligula's crush on someone.
What?
You heard me. You're natively admitting to struggling with some black feelings for Terezi. So there you go. Question answered. Turns out you're perfectly capable of black romance.
No!
Fair rebuttal, however, consider this counterpoint. Yes?
That's great. I don't hate her, and I'm sure I never will. I'm just saying I find her somewhat annoying and really aggravating a lot of the time, but that's it.
But that's exactly what the feeling is. It doesn't start out as full-blown antipathy, and it barely even reaches such an extreme level of hostility. Even over long-term black relationships, there are peaks to it, but otherwise a gentle ebb and flow to the dark feelings, just like with flesh relationships.
Okay, but man, I don't know if I'm expressing myself clearly. I felt aggravated by her a lot, but that doesn't fully describe, like, there were those negative feelings, but
Yeah, that's it. Right there. The but is always part of it. What you're trying to say is you had frustrated negative emotions toward her, but they don't comprehensively account for your attitude toward her. Meaning there are some things about her you actually like, but the negative feelings make it hard for you to put your finger on them, or even want to acknowledge them. That is absolutely standard. What good would it be having a chemisticist who doesn't possess qualities you actually mind on some level? Man, that would be boring, and it wouldn't even work. There'd be no tension, no push and pull in the turbulent emotional landscape. The subtle positives add fuel to the negative feelings, often giving them a reason to exist at all. They inflame the aggravating factors, remind you deep down how much you would like and admire this person if it wasn't for all their infuriating flaws, and the incredible sense of frustration that causes along with all the associated hot-headed feeling. That's the essence of black romance. And the positive qualities you see deep down in the kismesis also serve as a basis for red feelings toward that person, assuming the relationship ever starts to vacillate. It's all pretty straightforward, really.
no, man, this is all messed up. I didn't know, John. It all sounds pretty logical to me. Cockeye knows stuff when it comes to the quadrants. Arg, it can't be true, though. It feels so screwed up. What if you're right, though? Arg, no, 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 no.
It's part of it, too. The no is all part of the feeling. That's how it always goes. The sense of self-incrimination when it's dawning on you that you have these conflicting feelings towards someone who bugs you so much. Oh my god, this whole reaction is so textbook. It's hilarious, really.
Man, it's screwed up, though.
It's supposed to feel screwed up.
Oh, man. I just wanted to have a nice catch-up chat. Not get so transparently owned at the trollmenses. Man, it happens to the best of us sooner or later. This garbage is kind of old hat to me by now. It's why I get you kind of freckling at the implications here. You don't have years of living with the trolls to kind of normalize this stuff. I don't think I want it to feel normalized, though. I'm not ready to, admit that I have some warped spade crush on her based on some feeling I don't understand. It makes no sense to me. Oh, God, what if it's true? I have to try as hard as I can to suppress this feeling and make sure I never think about it again.
Okay, sounds like
a weenie thing to do, but, sure, have fun with that. Dang it. Yeah, probably. Just please don't tell her about any of this, okay, guys?
John, you don't have to remind us about one of the most fundamental statutes of the Bro Code, which is practically scripture on my planet, dating back hundreds of millennia. Dave and I sleep and breathe the Bro Code and all its clauses, no matter how fine the print. Feel free to come and talk to us about this anytime. Your secrets will always be safe.
Dude, that sentence is well and good, but when you're pledging a vow of secrecy, maybe you should try to keep it down a little.
Oh, dang it, sorry.
This is totally confusing, though. Assuming you're right, and I am busted on having these feelings, I'm not even saying you aren't, but I thought humans were supposed to be able to feel stuff like that.
Like what exactly?
Like perceive and feel romantic stuff, in the same way trolls do. Because we're aliens to each other. Well, okay, humans can feel the gay stuff pretty often, I guess. I didn't think we could feel the spade stuff, though. I don't know, I just thought it was some screwy biological differences. Nah, I disagree. Both humans and trolls are emotionally versatile sentient beings that can feel many hex of different things. You're probably right. You would know better than me, at least. Man, that's always a smart fallback position, by the way. Especially on rap. I could school you on rap, too. Are you confused about rap? No, Dave. I think I'm pretty squared away on rap. At least for now. So, this has been one heck of a reminiscence so far. Yeah. Seriously, though, I wasn't actually intending to fork this, instantaneously in direction of some, legitimately sincere dialogue on sexuality and romance. I didn't plan on this, dude. You gotta believe me. I believe you. It's been cool, though. Yeah, did we cover everything? Probably not. Oh, right, you dated Jade for a while, so there's that. Whoa, what? I mean, Dave Sprite did. Ow! And of course, I mean the one from my time. Obviously not the one from this time, who died, I guess, before that happened. Ah, right. Man, that still seems so sad. I guess even when you fix things, not everything can be perfect. Yeah, so how'd that go? Me and Jade or him and Jade? Okay, I guess. My sense was it was kind of a dramatic overall. I'm not sure it was the best relationship, probably because of Daysprite unique issues. But there were a lot of fun memories. I'll tell you about them sometime. And when Jade is away, because I'm sure she'd want to know them too. Ah, yeah. Hey, huh? That girl you came with, Roxy's mom? Roxy? Yeah, what's she like? She's nice. She's really nice. She is fun and easy to talk to. It almost feels like she has always been one of our friends, you know? Yeah, how long have you and she actually been traveling together? Not long. We only met like a day ago. I mean, from my perspective. Huh. She's been through some really difficult stuff recently. Well, we both have actually. But I feel like it was all a bit more personal for her. Being on her adventure, then suddenly losing all her friends and watching Rose die right there. While she been kind of viewing Rose as a version of her mom. I was just some goofball drifting randomly here and there between realities. So I was mostly just confused by everything. But for her, I could tell it was really devastating. I'm so happy she gets to be with Rose again, not to mention all her other friends. For some reason, I feel happy for her getting to reunite with people she lost than I do for myself. Sounds like you like her. I do. No, I mean you actually like her. Oh, I don't know, maybe? Wow, dude. One day after, wow, dude, after one day, maybe you should slow your roll. I didn't say I did, though. I'm joking, it's fine, who cares? Oh, okay. She's my mom, isn't she? Man, I'm not sure if we should keep thinking about all our relationships that way. Why? Man, it's kind of weird. Is it? You feel weird about dating my mom, is that it? I'm not dating her, though. But if you did, then you wouldn't want to think of her like that because of all the family weird times it invokes. Jeez, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for every single deep conversation we can squeeze into this wacky fire rapid session of fun pal talk. Okay, but I think I like thinking of her as my mom, even if it's a little weird. You do? Why? Me, I'm not sure. Never even stopped and thought about it before. The idea of what it would be like to have a mom, instead of a hyper-aggressive lunatic of an adult male guardian. I never let myself give it a second in consideration, but now seeing her actually here, even though she's just some teen girl I never met, I like the idea. It's kind of nice. Huh. Okay, that's actually kind of cute. Yeah, I guess it kind of is. All right, well, no matter what happens, it's okay with me if you want to think of that way. Man, sweet. All right, so we completed one, which is not purpled out. I guess so we had to like click on that. Well, just know that we'll go through all this. And different people are in different... I like how it shows the arrows. That's pretty cool. But hey, we are over time. So we need to stop for now. Much love to you, my dear friends. Thank you for everything. Once again, happy birthday to some fine Entra. Hope you guys have a wonderful birthday. And I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Until then, have a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day. So long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video and being the #1 YouTube community in all of YouTube. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear from you. And remember that you matter, you are brilliant, and you are loved. Always be true to yourself and never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.